Hello, everybody. Good evening. Bonsoir. I am so happy to be here today, guys. I know it's a special day. Many of you have been waiting for this, and I've been waiting for this also because every single time when I came, it's a very good conversation. I bring in each time different speaker who come and bless us. So tonight, I'm very honored to be in presence of Coach Tina Ramsay. Welcome, Coach Tina Ramsay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so happy to be here today. And guys, you are in for a good treat because Coach Tisha Ramsey, I'm just gonna share the journey how we started, and she's gonna introduce herself. And I'm just gonna read a little bit from her resume, which it's amazing. She's a serialpreneur, guys. I let's just say that she's a serialpreneur and she's a powerhouse. I'm so happy that many of you are joining us. Please don't just sit there and listen by yourself. Invite other people to come tonight because it's going to be amazing. We're going to have some engaging and really learning more about Coach Tina journey, and she's going to really give us some very good nuggets too. Merci beaucoup de se joindre à nous encore aujourd'hui. Je suis coach Jeanine et je suis avec coach Tina aujourd'hui parce que elle est une dame formidable que j'ai rencontrée cette année et elle va parler avec nous aujourd'hui de son parcours en tant que leader, mais aussi elle a beaucoup de choses à nous révéler et aussi cette collaboration qui a commencé depuis l'année passée. Donc, je suis vraiment dans la joie de recevoir cette femme. Je vais juste lire un peu à propos de son biographie. Elle a beaucoup de choses qu'elle a fait comme expérience et puis comme des formations. Et c'est une dame que vous aurez à découvrir avec moi. Donc, soyez le bienvenu. Invitez aussi les gens qui sont là. Je sais qu'il y a beaucoup qui sont en train d'attendre ce moment. So, please, invitez beaucoup de personnes. Comme ça, vous allez aussi apprendre avec moi ce soir. Bonsoir. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining Dr. Elo. Thank you for having you. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you, brother. Coach Tina, please can you introduce yourself and say where you are coming from, and also so I can be able to read a little bit and introduce yourself to our viewers.
Sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Um,
Oh,
I'm truly honored to be here because, I have been admiring you from afar. And I love to see what you are doing. And I love that you're bilingual and international. But for those of you who do not know who I am the coach with the Southern twang. Yes, I am Southern. I know you hear it. But anyway, I'm from South Carolina, born and raised, and I currently still live in South Carolina, just a different part from where I grew up at. And I am like she said, a serial entrepreneur. I have more than one business. I have 4 5-star Google rated businesses, and it's rated 5 stars because of all of you and you and you. But
yes.
but I absolutely love what we do. I'm the CEO of CTR Enterprises Network, which is a business with multiple things up under the umbrella. We have CTR Enterprises Publishing, CTR Wellness Family, CTR Media Network, which is a podcasting network for everyday people that does extraordinary things. And you can go listen to it. It's our version of Spotify and iHeartRadio. And
Yes.
we also have web TV, where we're providing positive media, reflecting our thoughts, our journey, and the unsung heroes that we don't hear about or don't get I should say, the accolades that they deserve. You will see
Mhm.
them on our multiple channels of our network, which currently we have about 20 channels that has a variety of different things, from education to business to entertainment, to homeschooling, our version of PBS education 24 hours a day. And these channels, you can watch the content for free.
Mhm. Yes.
It's our way of giving back. So the only thing you have to do is just go to CoachTinaRamsay.com and watch
Wow.
it, or CTR Media Network, and listen to the podcast. So go to CTREnterprisesNetwork.com, and you can watch
Mhm.
all the television shows, and listen for
Yeah.
absolutely free. Mhm.
Wow. Coach T, just like I said, guys, she's a multi and definitely a powerhouse because she has a many hats, just like me. That's why it was so easy for me to connect with her. She's all about empowerment, guys. Empowerment, that's her. So I'm just telling you, you're gonna hear that more story tonight, but I'm just gonna read a little bit from her. A brilliant and a powerful bio. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but just a little bit. She already, she gave us some small nugget tonight. So Coach Tina Ramsay, she has a multiple TV show, a podcast producer credits under her belt, and she has been behind the scene for several projects within the media industry. She's definitely a force to be reckoned with. I say amen to that. Yes, she's always somebody that I can always really rely on. She's a community leader and an award-winning global speaker, sort of after the co-host of various events within the United States, abroad. She's used to her influence and sounded. She already tell you guys. So, guys, you are here for a very good treat. She's the connector. Remember, I told you, people always call me that, but she's really a connector too. When you're gonna hear more about Christina, what she's doing, how you can be able to connect with her, and she can be able to help you strategize how you can have more visibility.
Mm-hmm.
I will just remember my first conversation with her. I told her that we were just engaging and talking. We realized that she's definitely the connector and making sure that when you coming to her, be ready because she's gonna say, okay, you do this with that. Okay, let's go. Let's because she's gonna be your accountability partner. So I really like that about her, guys. So again, welcome, Coach Tina.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Every time I hear like my bio or someone else reads it, I'm like, oh, I did all
Yeah.
that, you know. So
Yes, you
yes,
did.
I'm very busy building what I do for everyone else. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
am happy being in the background, but for this time in my life, I knew
Mhm.
I had to be in the forefront so
Yes.
that create these platforms so that entrepreneurs, because one of the main problems that I noticed for me as a solopreneur for so long, now I have a team, which is a blessing. But when
Yes.
I first started out, um, I had some of the most, and still the like some of the most amazing services and products. And I mean, just like you and so many other
Mhm.
entrepreneurs, we just
Yes.
need people to know what we have or what we do. And sad to say,
Mhm.
advertisement and media can be very expensive, so solopreneurs or small business cannot normally afford that
Yes.
type of advertisement, which they desperately need, especially in the time that we're living in now. And
Mhm.
so I was frustrated. I was going from every place trying to find cost effective premium service for the everyday business owner. All right,
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
couldn't find it. I found everything from medium to high, but I didn't find a base line of premium service that was affordably priced. And so so many business owners was coming to me about various different things.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? No need of me complaining about the problem. Let me go ahead and solve the problem. So it took me about 12 months to put
Yes.
everything together to create these platforms with my team
Mhm.
and I, so that now the small business owner, the solopreneur have a place where they can get quality TV, quality podcasting,
Yes.
quality services at a
Mhm.
fraction of the cost. And
Wow.
so that was the goal. That's what we're doing, and we want to continuously do that because we need a voice. They need a
Yes.
place where they can, we need it too. I mean, come on.
Absolutely.
And so that's
Yes.
the heart behind what we do.
Wow, that is amazing. That's what I was telling you guys. If you're listening to us today, this is Coach Tina today, and we are talking about really bringing solution to the table. And she's one of them. Like she just give you the story that she was really looking around, and there's not really something that I mean, right now you have to be creative. So she just been creative. She took some time behind the scene, her team, and I like that because the creativity as an entrepreneur, as a serial entrepreneur, you need to be creative because when you can you can find the solution. You need to be the solution. So I like that. Guys, I hope you're taking note because this is very important because when you can find a solution, you need to be creating the solution for your client and even for yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You are really here for a good treat tonight. And we have some few words for Coach Tina, because so she can be able to tell us what she thinks about, like
Mm-hmm.
we always have this tradition here at Empowering You TV, asking our guests few words, and we always wait to hear what they say. So for you today, Christina, what do you think when you hear the word empowerment?
When I hear the word empowerment, I think about the to be a voice for the voiceless. When most people think of empowerment, they think about something that is internal, something that they do for themselves in order to empower them, which is a part of it. But for me, the very first thing that I think about, because I'm a servant leader first, is how can I take what I do or what we do as a collective and
Mm-hmm.
empower them to walk in their purpose. Because many times we're walking around trying to figure out, why am I here? And
Mm-hmm.
so, for the few of us who know exactly why we're here, it's
Mm-hmm.
our job, I feel, to help other people, empower them to tap into their God-given potential and actually help them so they will avoid some of the pitfalls that we had to endure as we was building or scaling or starting our businesses. So empowerment for me is community first.
Community, guys, are you listening? Community first, and that's what I like about Coach Tina because her. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the story beyond this, but we have so many things in common. You would think that we are really
Yeah.
sisters because things that she has done, I really share the journey as well. So that's why it's like she's really somebody that I can really relate because many of the things she has done, I also went to, and she has a passion for education. I mean, she's really beyond the scene person for many years, which I was. And that's really what also makes you a leader because you show up, you empower, you help people, and you keep going. You lift up your community as you go. So I like that about Coach Tina.
Oh, you're the same, the exact same way. So that's why we get along so well because
That's
we
what
see
we yeah.
community first, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and we see how we can use our gifts in order to help them.
That's right. That's right.
Mhm.
It's so empowering. Yes.
Mhm.
Our second word, it's leadership.
Leadership, for me, true leadership is knowing when to yield. Okay, because a true leader know when to stand in the front, know when to go in the middle, and know when to sit behind. So when we think of leaders, we think of ones who are always in the forefront, but it takes real character and true leadership to know when you as the leader need to help someone else walk into their leadership. And
Mm.
so I'm here as a servant leader, but I am looking for other leaders to rise because I realize that I can't do all this by myself. So as I'm leading and one's looking up to me, I'm looking back at them and seeing which one, two, or three, or maybe four people need
Mm-hmm.
to move into position in their line of leadership that they may not know that they have. So I
Mm-hmm.
look at them and I'm like, okay, so a leader is a person who knows when to yield. You do not have to lead all the time. You need to know when you need to stand down and let somebody else take the light.
Wow, that's amazing. And that is exactly my own definition of leadership too, because
Mhm.
I always say, and I like what you say about being a servant leader, because I always feel about service, giving
Mhm.
back. And that's really motivates me. And that's how also I grew up in a household where I always talk about my mom and my grandmother. I was inspired by those two powerful leaders because
Yes.
they show up every day for their family. They show up for the, I'm not saying family like my sibling, I'm talking about the whole community. To me,
Mhm.
that's how I see my family because I grew up really with a lot of powerful leaders around me, especially females. So I was really inspired by seeing. I experience leadership every day, and I think that's very similar to you, Coach Tina. Because to
It
me,
is.
because people think it's really about the title. To me, it's not. It's about how you show up every single day. How are you committed, even though it's not convenient for you, but you need still to show up. You don't feel good, we still need to show up. That's a true leadership right there. And that's being authentic leadership. So I really like that because that's the same definition that you have as well. I like that.
Oh yeah, because to be honest with you guys, I do not feel well today, to be totally 100 transparent.
Yeah.
I mean, today I'm having like this little stomach bug, and I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
God, please help it just to calm down for Coach
Yeah.
Jenny's interview."
And you know what, guys? I just want to share that we were having also some difficulty with technology, with the power. We say, you know
Mhm.
what? Let's just rock with
We're
that.
still
That's
gonna
okay.
go. Leaders still show up. We still show up
Yeah.
because we know it's not about us. It's about the
Yeah.
community, and
That's
someone
right.
needs to hear what we have to
Mm-hmm.
say. So because we're basically leader. A good leader builds other leaders or help them to tap into their leadership. So
Mm-hmm. That's
I know
true.
when to stand down, and I'm looking for more because there's so
That's
much work
true.
to be done.
Mm-hmm. So another word for you, Coach Tina, is community.
Oh, it's my heartbeat.
Mm.
Community is my heartbeat. It's my breath. It's my being. It's who I am. It's the core of who I am. Everything that I do is centered around community. Whether it's community with my congregation, whether it's community of outreach, whether it's community of my family, friends,
Mm-hmm.
individuals, or organizations that I'm helping at the time, whatever, because community can mean various different things, but really
Yeah.
community is solely people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much the building, it's
Yeah.
the people that's in the building or around the building, because you want to, because each person that walk in, like Coach Jenny, you're a community because
Yeah.
you come with experiences, and
Mm-hmm.
you come with education, you come with know-how that I don't have, and from that knowledge you
Yes.
build your community around
Mm-hmm.
your uh what you are as a visionary, as a servant leader. The same thing with me. Every person on this earth is a walking community.
That's right.
We're a walking community, and it's up to us how we decide to maneuver ourselves in this world with it and how we decide to use it. But community to me is the breath, the heartbeat of who I am. It's the core. I
Mm.
really, the things that I don't do for me, I do for them. So I could literally stand there right now because I don't feel well, and I was like, oh, I don't feel good. But I'm
Mm.
thinking about all the people behind me that
That's
needs
right.
this push. And so the community, the heartbeat, the breath of it, the being, the core is what's pushing me to do when I don't feel like doing it.
Yeah. That's right. When you don't feel like doing it, but you're doing it anyway because you
Mhm.
know that somebody will be blessed, but that somebody, their life will be changed. Because again, and that's what I really realized, and I'm sure it's the same thing for you,
Mhm.
Coach Tina. We realize to us, it's not so much this is a job, this is something that we're giving, but it's also a calling for many of us. You
Yes.
know, we're coming
Yes.
to serve, you know, and that's what I really like about you, because that's what's one thing I noticed. Like it's all we're showing up no matter what. So it's really automatically we say we have to show up because this is what we've been called to do, you know. So
Mhm.
I like that about you.
Same
And
thing with you. It's that love too. It's that love. I don't even have to
yeah.
know you to love you. I don't have
Hmm.
to know you to love you. And
Yes.
so it's just that inner core, the inner being of just having to show that love, to let
Hmm.
that person know that they matter.
That's right.
Okay. At the end of the day, they're worthy.
Hmm.
And so that's what really is my motivation. All those words that you said is just the core of who I am.
Yeah.
Growing up in a house with volunteer uh,
Hmm.
community was always in the forefront. So it's just a part of who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. And the next word, which is, I think that really define, you know, the work beyond the scene that you and I been doing for years. And I think you can be able to give some examples to our viewers when you
Mhm.
hear this word, advocacy.
Ah, being a voice for the voiceless, not being afraid to speak up when necessary, and not feeling like you're not strong enough when you know you need to be silent. You
Yes.
do, as an advocate, it does not have to mean that you have to always be loud. sometimes the power comes within your silence on
Mm-hmm.
certain matters. Certain matters you have to be loud. Certain matters you can be kind of tapered down, kind of tranquil. And then some moments you need as an advocate to just remain silent, because your silence is going to speak more than your words could ever do, especially if it's dealing with negativity and things like that. You don't necessarily need, when you have said what you need to say
Mm-hmm.
and you made your point, even if
Mm-hmm.
someone don't agree with the point, that
Yes.
don't mean that you have to go down that rabbit hole of negativity. Remain silent, hold
Right.
your peace, stand
Mm-hmm.
your ground, and let God handle the rest. You just keep on staying focused and keep everything positive and making sure that you stay in line with whatever it is that you're doing as an advocate. Because remember, everything that you're doing as a leader, everything that you're doing as an advocate is reflective on what you represent. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
representing this entity, this business, you have to think outside of yourself and think, okay, how, what am I doing as an advocate going to reflect? Is it going to reflect positively on what
Right.
I'm doing, or negatively? And if
Right.
it's responding negatively, then you need to remain silent
Mm-hmm.
and administer self-control. And, and just keep
Yes.
moving forward.
Uh,
But different situations take different things though.
Mm-hmm. And guys, we can talk to you about advocacy all day long, all night long, because
Oh
this is
yes.
the work that she's been passionate doing behind the scene, guys. To me, it's like we can talk about this and we can write books and books about this because, yeah, Coach Tina, she knows a lot about advocacy,
Oh
absolutely.
yes.
And our last word for tonight is integrity.
Oh, well, if you don't have any integrity, all the other things are you doing is in vain. Listen, integrity is one of the most important things other than love.
Mm-hmm.
Because if no one can trust what you say,
Yes.
then how are you going to lead effectively? If your
Mm-hmm.
words are just words and you don't mean what you say,
Mm-hmm.
then how are you going to make a positive impact in the world? Not saying that we're not going to ever make mistakes, because all
Yeah.
of us are imperfect. But what I
Mm-hmm.
am saying is that your overall just of your character and what you build should be a resume of positivity. Not saying you won't have some things, some little glitches every now and then, but
Yeah.
your integrity. When people think of you and your name, what do they
Mm-hmm.
think? Do they think
Right.
integrity, upbuilding, modest, above reproach, or do they think, oh, sneaky, conniving? You need to make sure that you have integrity, because that is what's going to keep you going. That is what's going to get you in the room that you need to be in, because people are going to remember your integrity and your character and who
Mm-hmm.
you are as a core, not about the money, but who are you?
Who
Who
are
are
you?
you?
Yes,
Who are
yes.
you? And so
Mm-hmm.
integrity is the foundational piece that builds all those previous words that you brought in with the advocacy and everything like that. Because everything, when you're an advocate, because I'm an advocate for special needs, having a child with autism, I'm an advocate for homeschooling, I'm an advocate for
Mm-hmm.
health and wellness, I'm an
Right.
advocate for business leaders.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have any integrity, what are you doing it for? You're
What?
doing it
What?
in vanity. You're doing it for
Yeah.
vanity, selfish gain, for influence. No, you need to
Yeah.
do it. So integrity is the foundational piece. And if you don't have that, then you need to
Mm-hmm.
figure out why you don't have that.
Absolutely.
That's
And
most,
it's not too late. You don't know. You can learn how to
yeah,
work with integrity. You can learn. So it's not
yeah.
too late, guys. Absolutely.
No,
Thank you
no.
so much, Christina. Oh my God, Christina, those were very, very good nuggets. Now, my question to you again, because we are talking about, being a servant leader.
Mm-hmm.
How do you help, like a community leaders? How do you help entrepreneurs right now, especially with the pandemic? Can you just give us a definition, the way you were viewing visibility before the pandemic? And
Mm-hmm.
now, how do you understand even how to proceed and how it has really impacted even your personal life and your business before start helping others?
Well, I have been volunteering and helping in community leadership for over 25 years, whether it's been education, wellness, or just life situations. Because I've been through a lot in my short years on this earth. So uh, basically, I can just say, looking at everything that I do, my foundational pieces, and I have to always remember to stay focused, because you can easily get distracted when you know it's something that you're purposed to do, but then other
Mhm.
distractions come along. And so
Right.
I stay focused, and I also keep positive people around me
Mhm.
um, for those days that's not so great. And like for you, for example, you're one of the most positive people. And for me,
Oh, I appreciate
building
it.
community,
Thank you.
building community and positive people are like the
Mhm.
essential tools that you're going to need in order to continuously grow. And I surround myself with people who know more than me. And so
Mhm.
when I created, before the pandemic, my business was like 100% in person. I mean, all of my speaking engagements was on various stages, going to schools, speaking on health and wellness, various different things,
Yeah.
and also going to different business functions. But when the pandemic hit,
Yeah.
it just threw everything. I mean, literally before the pandemic, you might as well say I was gone. I was gone every single week, all 3 days out the weekend, and start trickling into my week because I was here, there, everywhere.
Mhm.
When the pandemic hit, everything came to a abrupt stop, and I had to figure out was I was going to close some of my business, because my businesses, to be honest with you, they got a big hit,
Mhm.
financially when everything shifted, because here we are going in person to every single event, even though every
Mhm.
time we go, we sell out. But
Yeah.
if you can't get there, if it's not there anymore, how can you sell out? Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
I had to figure out how to shift. I have always been on social media, have always used social media, but I didn't use it to the full.
Yeah.
And so I use my knowledge as a social media marketing manager, also being the COO of a social marketing company as well. I start putting those things into play and start switching my 100% business in person to 100% online. And once I start figuring out how important visibility is, and how important it is for the everyday business owner to use this as a engine to get their business out
Mhm.
globally in a
Mhm.
fraction of the time. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have to travel to Africa or Guam or
Right.
New Zealand, but I have customers all over there. How? Is because ever
Right.
since I went virtual,
Mhm.
having a television show that's 5-star rated on Roku and all the other places, having
Mhm.
a podcast, being on iHeartRadio, being a
Yeah.
visibility coach, all those things, getting magazines and books and different stuff of that nature, and
Mhm.
being on events and coming on wonderful TV shows like yours, all
Yeah.
of which help my business shift in such a way that I have never imagined. And to be honest with you, I don't even look to go back to the other way, because this is way more
Yeah.
cost effective and
Mhm.
get
Yeah.
across way more ground, and you can
Mhm.
get into way more places by the click of a key or by the click on your phone and by
Wow.
having Wi-Fi. The world is open to you when you
Mhm.
use the virtual world. So it changed my perspective. And
Yeah.
so now, and it blessed me in so many ways. And so that's why I teach other business owners how to adapt, how to shift, how to take their business into the digital era.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
and save money as they're doing
Mhm.
it, because once you get it, the foundational pieces in line, you will
Yes.
be surprised how much advertisement money you save, how much I mean, it's
Just a
mind
lot.
boggling.
Yeah, that's amazing. So we're just running like that. I did not want to stop, but guess what? Timing back. Coach Tina, it's only the first time, but not the last time, because guys, we have a lot of coming up. And thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much, Felicia, Barbara, Coach Crystal. Thank you so much for coming, and many more. that you are joining us today with Coach Tina. She's giving us a lot of good nugget, and there's more to come, guys. And I even forget she has a magazine. I want you guys to go and follow Coach Tina, guys, all in all her social media, making sure you make it contact, because that's why we are here. Empowering You TV, we are all about really coming here to give you tools and strategy so you can bring your business global. She's already global, so don't hesitate. Please connect with her. I would love to hear some testimony, making sure that you connect with our guest tonight. And our last word for tonight, Coach Tina, please. And give your information so people can be able to reach out to you and connect.
Oh, yes. Well, for those of you who are looking for visibility, connection, or monetization, and just simply being on a podcasting network, we have some amazing rates right now. Our goal is to have 100 podcasting by the end of this year. And you can check us out at ctrmedianetwork.com. And you can also see everything that we have to offer at Coach Tina Ramsay. That's RAMSAY.com. And you can watch our free web TV with multiple channels of education, business, wellness, life, entertainment. More channels are on the way, and we have way more content. And make sure to go check out our podcasters of everyday people doing extraordinary things on CTR Media Network. And you can listen to their content for absolutely free. The Tina Ramsay Show and podcast is there, but along there's The Mother's Place, the Felicia Grimes Show. We have Hush No More. We have so many different podcasters that are there that are coming up, like She Trucking. So go check them out, listen to what they're saying, and connect with these podcasters. Connect with Coach Jeanine. I mean, I'm not the only connector on the block. She's a connector as well. So connect with all the connectors, okay? Because you just can't connect with one person. You have to continue to connect with the ones who can get you in these rooms. I'm not the only one. She connects me with people. I connect her with people. That's what we do.
Goodness. See, we do like it because, guys, I told you, Coach Tina, not just like
she's global, honey. She's just not saying it, but she's global. Okay, I'm global, but she's global in a whole different way. She's bilingual. She got all these languages. I'm just speaking broken American English.
Today, people need to get to know you. It's not about me today. It's you.
I don't care because no, because we're doing this together. Because I'm not the only one.
And guys, I am so beyond joy. I'm overjoyed because Coach Tina, we have some stuff really preparing beyond the scene where she's going to be coming in strong force, because we are also launching very soon Umoja Mag, which is the magazine that it's coming. She's going to be one of the contributors. I can't wait for you guys to hear her story. It's going to be publishing in French, in Spanish, and in English. So we're going to have a bilingual, trilingual, I can say, magazine. So I can't wait for you to really be in touch with us. You're going to have all this very good, and Umoja One Market, which is almost like an African Amazon. I can say that. So all of you guys, authors, magazine speakers, all of you guys, you're gonna get a chance to come and really be all these vendors. Stay tuned because we're gonna be really creating this platform for all of us to come. And the reason why we choose that word Umoja, it means unity in Swahili. So that's why we can't wait, guys. So stay tuned. Very, very soon, you're going to hear more about this very good, amazing network and platforms coming up. And Coach Tina, she's going to be among those people. They're going to be there. And we all going to work together because why? We are servant leaders. It's not about us. It's not about me. It's about us. So thank you again, Coach Tina. I love you very much.
Keep up with the
good work. And thank you, guys. Merci beaucoup de se connecter encore. Et aujourd'hui, nous étions avec Coach Tina. Elle nous a parlé de son parcours. Elle sera aussi là bientôt parce qu'on aura aussi notre magazine Umoja Mag et puis aussi Umoja One Market. So, restez connectés. On aura beaucoup des informations pour vous. Et Coach Tina, si vous voulez se joindre ou bien à communiquer avec Coach Tina, n'hésitez pas. Il faut la suivre dans tous ces social media et n'hésitez pas parce que elle est vraiment une dame avec qui il faut se connecter. So, merci beaucoup. Thank you, guys.